3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 957. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer and you would like to support my work, you can do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So, I want to start this reading off by mentioning that somebody's passion, something you're passionate about, feels like it could be significant, or maybe there's some anger here that you can use as fuel for your passion. It's just very strong, I think, sacral chakra energy. For me personally, I've been feeling frustrated about some things, and maybe it is something in the collective that people are struggling a little bit to focus, at least the collective that is watching this video. Maybe you're feeling distracted by something, some thought, feeling, belief, or something outside of you. With interpreting the number 957, the number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. The number 5 is about change and transformation, and the number 7 is about wisdom and expanding your consciousness and your awareness and finding deeper meaning. I feel like the number 7 and the number 9 do feel connected because of purpose and finding deeper meaning. Whatever meaning you are seeking, or whether you're seeking it or not, it does feel like there is deeper meaning that exists within you, which makes sense when we talked about in the beginning some passion or some anger that you could use as fuel for passion, or something that you're passionate about. And I did look down at the timer. I saw the number 234, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. If someone is feeling frustrated or upset in some way, emotionally, of course, how else can you be upset? I do feel like you are coming across this reading for a reason. Maybe this is a reminder that whatever you're frustrated about or upset about, you can use this energy. Anger is powerful. You can use this anger, this power, to invest in something that means a lot to you. Whether it's your own healing journey or a project that you're working on, or making a better relationship, or anything. This, let's say, negativity can be used to your advantage, and it can be turned into positivity. It's darkness that can be transmuted into light, or awareness, wisdom, and expansion in your consciousness. I am burping right now because I did, chug quite a bit of a smoothie before I started recording this, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and usually when I burp, that's a sign about release. So I don't think it's really about releasing the frustration. I think it's more so about repurposing it and releasing the resistance around repurposing the frustration. Maybe it's not about changing how you feel, but it's about using these feelings to your advantage. Yep, and I just looked down at the timer and saw the number 432. Another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. And I do think it's interesting we saw 234. So it's like a mirror. Perhaps there's something going on within you that is also being reflected back to you in your reality. or there's something in your reality that is reflecting something within you. Only take that if it resonates, because it's kind of hard to interpret that without knowing, without like connecting with whoever's watching this one-on-one. But I do feel it, the mirroring. Maybe this is a reminder that whatever is going on the inside will reflect and manifest outwardly. If there's a lot of darkness on the inside, you're going to manifest darkness in your life. If there's too much, I don't know if there's such thing as too much light. Let's just keep it with too much darkness. I do think there's too much light in terms of being blind by the light and, that affecting your judgment. But again, I think that's just a form of darkness. So I'm just going to stick with darkness. Somebody here has some darkness within them that I feel could be used to your advantage, could be transmuted into light. And with the number 5, I do think there is an opportunity here for you to change as a person. Oh, that reflection energy. Okay, so maybe there's a change in your reality that is reflecting a change within you, or there's a change within you that is reflecting a change in your reality. Only take what resonates there. Maybe there's a change here in your life calling for you to change a certain way of thinking or feeling or believing. Or you've already changed a certain thought or perspective or feeling or belief, and now your reality is adjusting or aligning with that change internally. So maybe that awareness could help somebody in some way. But adding up these numbers, 9 plus 5 is 14, and 14 plus 7 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 is about communication, self-expression, healing, and growing. This is also confirmation for investing in your healing, your well-being over a long period of time. Or maybe this is just a general commitment to your well-being, because if you really think about it, being committed to your well-being, your healing is a lifelong journey. So there's confirmation for someone there, if you need that. Your healing is very, very important, because it affects your judgment and how clearly you're seeing things and your decisions, and ultimately the kind of impact that you have on those around you and in the collective. When you think about how this is true for everybody, just know that your individual healing journey, your life, your experiences matter because of how they affect other people and how they contribute to collective effort or collective energy. It could be important for somebody to express themselves some way, somehow, especially if you're feeling frustrated or really upset. You could use this as an opportunity to understand these feelings, so that way you can understand how to use them to your advantage. I really feel called to tell someone, use your frustration as fuel to invest in your passion, not to, use it as fuel to love yourself. Not to be self-destructive and to destroy yourself. I always say that anger is a double-edged sword. And how that sword is wielded is totally up to you. So maybe there could be a really important choice or a need here to commit to self-love and to stop letting yourself slip into, self-destructive inner dialogue or habits or thinking or decisions or anything like that. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out one card from the Prism of Visions Tarot, and then I will follow it with a few cards from my index cards. I do feel called to take this one. A few of them fell on the floor, but we have the 2 of Wands with Aries, and I believe the planet of Mars. There is a lot of fire in this reading for somebody, because Wands is all about the element fire as far as I'm concerned. This 2 of Wands, I feel like you have been presented with an opportunity that does align with your passion, whether it's a love situation, a job, or a project, or whatever. An opportunity has been presented to you. And this could even be more spiritual or emotional or mental. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it was more internal rather than external, more emotional and spiritual rather than practical and physical or material. This card, the Two of Wands, can also be, when you look at this card, you see someone looking out into the distance, thinking, planning, like, I have all this land. What should I do with it? How should I build? What should I build? When I build a tower, what kind of foundation am I going to build? This really just feels like confirmation to use your frustration, your passion, to love yourself and to build a tower, metaphorically, with a stable foundation. Because if you commit your frustration to your passion and you don't allow this frustration to be destructive, at least if you try to build something, it's not going to be you who, thwarts your own plans or makes the tower fall or causes a tower moment. I do think that somebody here is at a really important time or decision to really think through how you want to use your energy before you actually get started, or at least before you get too far into something. Because right now you're building a foundation, and that's why I feel like it's so important to take this time seriously, because this moment will define what the rest of this journey, this project, this career, or whatever will look like. The number 2 on this card, I looked down the timer and we're exactly at 2 minutes. That number is about balance and peace. I feel it's mostly for this reading, though, about your decisions and prioritizing what means the most to you. Does it mean more to you to use this frustration, this negative energy, this darkness, to destroy or to build? I'm going to now draw a few cards from these index cards, as I said I would. And I probably won't get too much into these because we're running out of time. I wish I could make longer readings, but unfortunately, I just don't have enough space on my phone right now. We have, I hate how much the universe has kept us apart, even though it was probably for the best. This instantly makes me think there's a relationship that you're in separation with, and that's very frustrating. And it doesn't have to be a relationship, though. It could be, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be someone or something else that you were connected to that is now in separation. And I do feel, because of this card, separation is what's best. It doesn't align with you and what you truly deserve. I'm so grateful that I met you. So much has changed since then. I'm not even the same person. No matter how this ends, I will never regret crossing paths with you. Okay, at this point, it's definitely about a person for somebody. Let's draw out one more card, and that'll probably be the end of this reading. A new foundation needs to be built. What a perfect card to end on. And I also saw the number 3, 4, 5 on the timer. Another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason.